Well, it was a big story. Thick, smoky air from Canadian wildfires made for days of misery across the tri-state this week. The conditions sent asthma sufferers to hospitals, delayed flights, postponed ball games, canceled outdoor activities at schools. New York City public schools even switched to remote learning on Friday. As unnerving as it was for millions of us on the East Coast, ominous at times, it's a reminder of what other places experience this more regularly. And scientists say it's a wake-up call about the future. As of this very taping, the air quality in New York and New Jersey has significantly improved, but we're not out of the woods yet. So here to discuss the situation and more is New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. This morning, he's going on the record. And Governor Murphy is joining me now. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for being back on Picks on Politics.
Nice to be back, Dan. Thanks for having me.
So, Governor, I'm going to get to the air quality in just a moment, but this is a political show, and I want to begin with the very latest news that broke last week around the former president. Federal charges now regarding handed down to these classified documents after Mr. Trump left office. I want to get your thoughts.
Well, they had telegraphed it, Dan, that something like this was coming. So I'm not surprised. It is... I speak as a former ambassador. The rules about confidential documents, top secret, secret documents, are crystal clear. This is not a gray area. And so to have the former president be accused of now, I think, several hundred of these documents and then obstructing justice when they ask for them back, pretty remarkable, yeah. Unprecedented, obviously.
And, you know, Governor, Republicans are quick to say that this is actually a political move during an election cycle, that the justice system is being weaponized for political gain. Do you have a reaction to that?
It's ridiculous. They're the ones that are weaponizing the Justice Department in an awful way. The whole Trump begun and now rampant attack on institutions, whether it's judicial, law enforcement, whatever it might be in this country, is ridiculous and extremely unhelpful. These institutions, they're not perfect, yeah, but they've survived and grown and thrived for almost 250 years. We have to lay off the umpires here. Let's get back to playing the ball game.
Understood. And while all of that was playing out, there was this big story, and that involved the climate and the smoke of what we were seeing play out. Ominous scenes over the tri-state area. Now, things have improved, but as of this taping, we're not out of the woods yet. There's still an air quality alert, right? This all began on Tuesday. What, if at all, are lessons learned from this? There's been some criticism from officials across the area that they came out too late, but it's a rather unpredictable situation. I understand that. What are the lessons learned?
I mean, the Monday morning quarterbacking. Listen, we all will, every one of these crises, we do a postmortem. I think we're the only state in America doing a full-bore, independent postmortem on the COVID pandemic response. And we'll do something in a smaller scale, but we will clearly review our actions here and try to be better next time. But Dan, the reality is that you had my voice taped there. This is the new world we're in. These things are going to happen more frequently, with more intensity, for a longer period of time each year. And we've got to try to find a way to get out ahead of it. There's a senior legislator, Senator Bob Smith, who we worked very well with, who's advocating a big plus up in our own Forest Service's manpower to more aggressively clean up the floor, if you will, of the forest areas. We had a big fire ourselves last week in South Jersey. So there's lots of lessons to be learned here, but unfortunately, this is the new world.
It is the new world. Climate change is real, and it doesn't help that we haven't gotten any rain in recent weeks, too, to kind of wash some of this out of the way. Governor, I want to move on to another big topic here, and that's the state budget. This past week, senior members of your administration came out and said that the revenue continues to fall short on projections, which is only going to complicate these negotiations, right? It could get complicated at times. And where does things stand right now for you that the June 30th deadline is quickly approaching?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an optimist, Dan. I'm deadly serious about retaining the fiscal responsibility that we have worked so hard to recapture, that we had lost for decades in our state. But you're right, the revenues are softening. We have to be mindful of that. Do we want to deliver affordability? You betcha. Mm-hmm. This budget will include now, I think, 18 different tax cuts that we've achieved for the middle class and our seniors. Can we tweak this to do more for our seniors? I sure hope we can. So I'm an optimist. I think we get there.
Okay.
We get there in one piece, and we get there by June 30.
Right. That is the hope, right? Now, you just brought up seniors. One of the bigger sticking points appears to be this Stay NJ plan introduced by Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin, which would give homeowners over 65 this property tax break up to $10,000. I spoke to him earlier in the week. I want to play a quick snippet and get your reaction here.
I believe it's important for seniors to stay here, so all seniors to be able to stay here. You know, this is as much about family as it is about a senior benefit in many respects. Seniors often make the decision to move even though they don't want to because they can't afford to.
So he's saying people are leaving New Jersey at rapid speeds. Are there parts of his plan that you do agree upon?
Yeah, first of all, I love the guy.
Yeah.
He's, I think, arguably the best speaker in our state's modern history, and we've done a ton together. So in addition to maintaining our fiscal responsibility, we want to deliver affordability, and we have delivered affordability to seniors. The programs we have in place, if you're a homeowner or a renter and you're a senior, I think we already cover 90% of seniors in our state. But the thing I don't want to do is I don't need I'd never say no to it, but I don't need that $10,000 check.
Okay.
We want to make sure all of our programs are means tested, meaning the folks who need it the most, seniors or otherwise, are the ones who get the biggest relief on affordability.
Yeah, affordability, taxes, taxes, taxes. That is what New Jerseyans care about. You know I'm a New Jerseyan. So when you're looking at this budget, is there a way, besides those rebate checks, to kind of lower the property tax?
Absolutely. I mean, we're already, the Anchor program allowed folks making up to $150,000 to get a $1,500 check. That's 10 or 12 years turning the clock back in terms of property taxes. And we'll continue to deliver that relief. And I hope we'll be able to find ways to deliver even more relief for seniors. One little myth out there is that everybody's leaving. Actually, that's not true.
Yeah.
The net population in New Jersey is growing meaningfully. But we want to make sure that no senior ever has to deal with that awful decision that they can't afford to stay here.
Right.
So we are serious about it. I know the speaker is too.
Yeah, I'm glad you can clarify that myth. Congestion pricing here, while we're talking about affordability, a lot of folks are saying that they don't want it, right? You don't want it. It seems to be moving forward. So what now?
Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy that the Biden administration did not do the full environmental impact study. I'm not happy that the MTA is trying to solve its poorly managed budget on the back of New Jersey commuters. So we're still considering all options, including legal action, including whatever action we could take through the Port Authority, which is a bi-state authority. But I'll be damned if New Jersey commuters, with no good alternatives, by the way.
Right.
Before we got here, both states dragged their feet at a new Port Authority bus terminal on building the new rail tunnels under the Hudson. We've finally unlocked both of those. They are moving forward. There will be a time and a place where a plan like this may well make sense because we'll have lots of different alternatives other than getting in your car. But that is not the case today, and I'm going to continue to fight it.
Understood. Governor Murphy, don't go anywhere. We have more with Governor and where he was spotted right after the break.